Hi traders and welcome to the Forex report. Today is Friday, November 17th. Markets are now closed. In this video, we're going to look at the US dollar, the euro, the pound, the CAD, and the yen. And as a side note, if you trade the US stock market indexes, I'm going to do a live session on Sunday at 10:30 a.m. Central Time. So join me if you want and go over the charts live. All right, let's go on to the chart. So here is the US dollar index. And as you can see, I've changed my count because this down wave is getting too strong. I thought that this up here was going to be a triangle because I still think after this after this five wave move up, you need a correction and up. So I've relooked at this one wave in particular because I thought this was an A, B, C, D, and that E really should have ended here. And then when it corrected and it fell, that's when I had to relook at this because it's not acting like what I thought it was, a triangle. And the reason I thought, because there's three ways, 1, 2, 3, and then this is obviously 1, 2, 3. I thought this was all 1, 2, and 3, but I'm thinking now, when I really drill into this wave here, it could be that they made an ending diagonal. So it would be like something like 1. Actually, I think this is all running flat. 3, 4, 5, correct, and then back up. So it's just a 1, 2, 3 for the first wave, and then and then you got some 3 wave here. Then you got 3 waves here, and then they did a really quick 3 wave move down to here to break that low, and then they went up in 3. And so when I clear this off, you can see it makes a a wedge diagonal shape. If that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then back up for 5. So when I look at it from that perspective, then that kind of looks to me like they made an expanding flat here. Because then that'd be 3 ways for A, this 3 wave move, that's B, and then this an ending diagonal for C. And then that makes more sense. Because then this is A, B, C expanding flat for the B wave. And now they're coming down really impulsively. So 1 corrected 2, and then Tuesday big sell off. And that looks like 3, and then 4. And now all I see so far coming down is just 1, 2, and 3 waves. So this 5th wave to me doesn't look done. So it's got more to drop. But then that would make more sense, because then we'd have an A, B, and a C. Now I will say that given the super strength in this wave on Tuesday coming down, this I think is go out to a daily. I think this is just going to be all the A wave. So we're going to have an A, B up there, and C. And like I said, I don't see the C wave even being done. So the C wave, I could see them like coming and maybe finishing like right around 103.50. That ABC I think will be get a 3 wave correction, and then still one more down, because there's no divergence, even on a 4-hour chart. When you get that strong of a move, there's not going to be any divergence. So I mean that could be the end, but I think they're going to be in this area correcting for a while. So we're going to have this ABC finish. I think we'll get one more ABC up, And so all in all, this will be a 3, 3, and then they'll come down one more time. And I would think that they'll probably finish in the low 103s, maybe upper 102s, something like that. Because I still think that they're going to go up one more time, break that 107.34, and then come down. And I think this correction is just going to take a lot longer than I originally thought. So that's the overall feel now that I have for the dollar. So then when we look at the individual currencies, so this played out nice, so I said last week that I see this as a leading diagonal and they should correct and go up, which they did. So 1, 2, 3. So I think this is going to be A for the euro, and so just like I see the dollar correcting upwards, then all the other currencies will be correcting down. So I think that first three wave, and then I don't even know that the euro is quite done yet going up for this to finish this last move. But I think that'll finish A, they'll come down in three waves for a B, and then still go up one more time for the C wave. And then go down. So I wouldn't be buying. Hopefully you're already in from down here somewhere. But if you're not, you're going to get another opportunity. We'll have to see where this wave ends. But there'll be a nice three-wave pullback. I don't think it'll be real deep. Could be, but I think it'll be kind of a shallower one. Definitely target like coming under 108.22. So I would think somewhere in here, 107.50s, and then definitely under 108.2, somewhere in there. If you can see the three waves, then you're going to get one more shot to go break whatever high that they finish this wave at. But you got to know that it's just a short-term trade, because at any moment after they break that high, I think then this will be selling off. And then when we look at the pound, so the pound, I saw WXY and I thought that they would make an X wave and go up for that Z wave, and that's exactly what they did. So they broke that Y wave on Tuesday with that big sell off of the dollar. So we could take that line off. That doesn't mean anything anymore. And so far, I mean, it's for this Z wave, we need three waves, and so far you just have one up. Now we do have three waves, 1, 2, and 3. So that could be all the correction, and the pound is just going to keep going up and breaking that 125 high. Or this three wave, that could be A. Maybe this is B. They'll come down one more time. So if you're not already in the pound, I wouldn't be a buyer really up here where it's at 124.5, because at any moment when they break this high, then that WXYXZ could be done. So we'll have to see. Now that there is a possibility that instead of WXYXZ, that the pound is actually, this is going to be a leading diagonal. So we'll have to see once they come up here, and see what the reaction is, because it could be instead of W, that's 1, so that'd be 1 up there, and then that's 2, 3, 4, and then 5, and then you'll get a correction, and then still more up. So we'll have to see the reaction after that. They come up and break this 125 high, but there is a possibility of that. I think it's WXY, and based on what I'm seeing in the dollar and the euro, it looks like the euro has one more up. So I would think that the pound is just going to go up one more time, and then start a correction, start a pullback to go break it slow. So we'll have to see. Maybe the pound will do something different, but as it stands right now, I think this is just WXY and going up for the Z wave. All right, CAD. So the CAD is still correcting, and after that sharp sell, we just have this 3-wave move. So I think that's two. So I think they came down in one. That's, or I mean, this sharp move, I think that's going to be A, and then this 3-wave move is B, and now they're going to come down in 5 waves. And so far, all I see is just 1, 2, 3. That's a big 4. I'm wondering if this isn't just like they're going to make a diagonal. I think this might be A. I mean 1, and then that's a 2, and then they'll come down for 3, and then a 4, and then a 5, and make an ending diagonal, and be just a big ABC. And I could see them coming down to like 134.9. So, but for right now, we don't have enough information on what the pattern is. But given these ways up here, they're just very. It looks like just 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, and then even like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It could be that they're making a diagonal. Actually, that could be 1, and that could be 2, and then like there's a running flat here. That could be 3. That could be 4, and then. But either way, I don't know if I'd be selling so much because there's not a whole lot to gain. But definitely once they break this 136.29, then we'll have an idea. Because if this comes down in 3 waves, and then starts going up, and gives you a 1, 2, 3 going the other way, then this ABC is done, and then it's just a matter of, is that all the correction? Because I still see this as a 5-wave move up in a leading diagonal. So this is all correction, and you definitely have one more up. We just got to figure out when this correction ends. But I would only be looking for buy setups underneath 136.29. Okay, yen. So the yen made this interesting pattern. Now I've been talking about, that after this running flat, they'll come and break that high, so we can take that off. But would they also break the major high from a long time ago? And they came really close on Monday, but couldn't quite do it. So, and then they didn't break the 4 level, and so we can't even say that this 5th wave is technically done. So the 4 is at 149.18.8, and this wave down here came to 149.19.3. So 5 ticks from breaking. So once 149.18.8 is broken, then we can say that 5-wave move is done, and then all the correction. So technically, we really can't say that it's in, but I'd be surprised that they're gonna make that deep of a correction, and this is like just the first wave of the 5th wave, and this is all correction. Didn't break the low. That's 2, and then they're gonna go up for a 3, 4. I don't know. That'd be pretty wild, but. So that's the key level. Once they break the 18.8, then this whole wave is done for the up move. So like I said before, I think they're making this big running flat, and I see 5 waves now up to here. So I think definitely need to get confirmation that 18.8 is broken. I think they'll come down into this range. So 146.10, maybe down to 142.32. Probably just a little correction, and then still more up. And then, probably up into, well, who knows, but somewhere maybe like that. Give us that look. And then a big 5-wave move to there. And then go back up. So that'll be the overall look. So I think we're going to get a correction, and definitely in this zone, I'd be a buyer. Now it could even come lower if you're lucky, you know, because it should be, this is A, this is going to be B, and then they'll go up for the C wave. So A, B, C, they're correcting upwards and making a running flat. So that's A, this will be B, and then they'll give you the C wave, and then up. So, but you really need to get confirmation that this 18.8 level is broken, and then, you know, I'd be looking. Obviously, the lower it goes, the better, because then you're going to get one strong move up, take out that 151.94 high, and then you got to really start to watch, because at any moment there, then this C wave is gonna happen. So, but you know, obviously, the lower this comes from, I mean, that's going to be a really nice trade. So if they give you, you know, something in this range, that's a good trade. All right, so that's the Forex. Hope you can make it on Sunday. Good luck to you all. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.